So today we are going to start with the topic plankton, definition, classification, and their role in fishery. So the term plankton was first of all used by a German scientist, Victor Hansen, in 1887. The word plankton is derived from the Greek word planktos, which means wanderers or drifters. Planktonic organisms occupy a very special place in fisheries. They are the drifting organisms, that is, the organisms which cannot counter the flow of water current or waves. They are not free swimming, rather they drift along the water current, or in other words, we can say that plankton are the organisms that are at the mercy of water currents. The term plankton is just contrasting to nekton. So nekton are the organisms which are free swimming. For example, fish is a nectonic organism. So it's a free swimming organism. They can counter the pressure of water or the water current, whereas a plankton cannot. So I think you understand the difference between the two terms. कि अगर water body में fish भी है और plankton और zooplankton भी है, so fish और pressure water का बहुत ज़्यादा है. Fish can find its way to the direction of its choice. कि जिस तरफ इसको move करना है, it can move, whereas a plankton cannot. So they will be drifted along with the current of water. So diverse organisms come under this category. As we can see from this definition, a plankton can be any drifting organism, which can be animal, plant, archaea, or bacteria that live in the pelagic zone of ocean, sea, or freshwater. So they can be present in freshwater, oceans, pond, or any other aquatic ecosystem, but the basic characteristic feature remaining the same. That is, they are at the mercy of water current, irrespective of the fact whether they are plants, they are animals, they are bacteria, or they are diatoms. Because of their diverse nature, small size, and other characteristic features, they provide a crucial source of food to aquatic organisms. They serve as very important food for aquatic organisms, such as fishes. Particularly, they are the choicest food of early stages of fishes or the fish larvae. Here we can take an example of aquarium ecosystem. So if in an aquarium, we place artificial feed or the pelleted diet, and on the other hand, we introduce zooplankton organisms, we will find that fishes and early fish larvae in particular, so larval stages of fishes in particular, they would prefer and consume zooplankton organisms. That is why they are also called live feed, because they are food and they are live. So they are called live feed. Live feed, it has several advantages in the ecosystem. In any system, live feed, it has several advantages. For example, in aquarium ecosystem, if we take example, they become a part of ecosystem. And as I have already said, that they are preferably consumed by fish larvae or the fishes. And if they remain unconsumed, they do not deteriorate the water quality. As they remain there, they thrive there, they flourish as part of the ecosystem. I think you understand this difference कि जब हमने artificial feed भी डाली है और live feed भी डाली है, there is a possibility that some of the live food may be consumed and some it may remain unconsumed. So whatever remains unconsumed, it doesn't affect the quality of water. So it will remain there, it will survive there, and it will remain as part and parcel of that ecosystem. On the other hand, if artificial feed we have added, a fraction or a part of artificial feed can be consumed by the organism and a fraction will remain unconsumed. So whatever is not consumed by the fishes, what will happen to that feed? So that feed gets settled on the bottom. So when it settles on the bottom, it gets decomposed. So when decomposition takes place, it ultimately deteriorates the water quality parameters. That is, oxygen may fall down, carbon dioxide may increase, pH may fall. So all these factors, they may lead to the mortality of fish in aquarium or in any other ecosystem. You get the point. That is why live feed in aquarium particularly, it is preferred over the artificial feed. Are the zooplanktonic organisms, they form the choicest food of larval stages of fishes. Then another advantage of the live feed is that it is easily ingested and it is readily digested by the fish larvae. Then we can see the examples of planktonic organisms. So a number of wide diversity of organisms, they belong to this category. That is diatoms, dinoflagellates, copepods, barnacle nauplius, polychaete worms, ketognath, crab larval stage, ctenophores. You can see crab larval stage. So if we see the adult crab, it is not planktonic. It is nectonic in nature because adult crab is free swimming. But the larval stages of many of the organisms like crabs, they are, or other many mollusks, they are larval stages, they are planktonic in nature, whereas the adults, they are nectonic, they are free swimming. Coming to the classification. So it is possible to classify members of the plankton in multiple ways. So on the basis of nutritional requirements, they can be phytoplankton, that is plant-like organisms, which can perform photosynthesis like diatoms, dinoflagellates, cyanobacteria, zooplankton, which are microscopic animal plankton, or they are heterotrophs, for example, copepods, fish larvae, ctenophores. They can be saproplankton, that is planktons that feed on the surface of stagnant water. That is the organisms which feed on decaying organic matter or in foul waters, for example, bacteria, fungi. Similarly, on the basis of size, they can be picoplankton, they can be ultraplankton, nanoplankton, microplankton, macroplankton, mesoplankton, or megaplankton. So depending upon their size, they belong to various categories. So different size ranges have been given, and in this table also, we can find the size range of various categories, that is megaplankton, macro, meso, micro, nano, picoplankton, etc. So these are the various representative forms. So on the basis of length of planktonic life, they can be holoplankton, they can be meroplankton. So holo means whole life. So those organisms which spend their whole life as plankton, they are the holoplankton. Whereas in some other cases, such as sea stars, urchins, or in case of crabs, they depend or they spend their partial life as plankton, and then the adult forms, they are nectonic. So on the basis of salinity, they can be intrahaline, oligohaline, mesohaline, etc. Or on the basis of habitat, they can be marine plankton, freshwater plankton, etc. So far as their importance in fisheries is concerned, so we have discussed that in